was when I got out of, I grew up in Belleville, Illinois. Okay, after high school I went, I didn't have any money, so I went to what was then called Belleville Junior College, 2 years. And I wanted to be, my goal in life was to be a newspaper reporter. Okay. And at the junior college, as I was graduating from junior college, I received notice. I received a scholarship to the School of Journalism at the University of Missouri, and that was about a month before I graduated from the junior college. And when I got home, there was this little thing came in the mail to where I lived in Belleville, my mom and dad's house, and it said you've been awarded I think the Benjamin Franklin Scholarship next year at the School of Journalism, University of Missouri. And that was the most exciting thing in terms of journalism school, was when I learned I won that scholarship. I mean, and it was a thrill being down here, of course, but I was so excited I couldn't believe it. I said, I'm getting to go to Missouri. And I was very lucky. I was in the class of 1962. I was vice president of the class. I was also one of the two marshals of the class.
Oh.
Myself and a woman who I maintained contact with through life. So I enjoyed it here. Everyone had to work for the Columbia Missourian, of course. Then, not later in life, but when I was here, I was a sports writer.
Oh yeah.
And my beat, my senior year, I covered the Tigers. I covered the Tigers in football and in basketball.
Were they good that year?
They were. They were. We just missed barely going to the Orange Bowl by 1 point. You know? I can relate the whole season to you. You never forget that stuff. But Dan Devine was the coach in Missouri, and my junior year here, Missouri was rated #1 in the country up until the final game when we got upset by Kansas.
It
right,
would be Kansas.
At Columbia. Yeah, right. And but no, but then when before I got out of the journalism school, one of the professors here, kind of an old-line, hard-line professor, took me and said that I really, and sports writers don't like to hear this, he said, you really should no longer be a sports writer, you should get into straight news. And he said, that way you have a chance to make something of yourself in your life. So when I got the Post-Dispatch gave me a choice between being a sports writer and a straight news reporter, and I chose straight news reporting.
So you listened to the advice?
I listened to his advice. Yeah, he had a great influence on me. He really did. He was, if you study J School history, it was the late Professor Thomas Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y. He came here when I was he retired as editor of the old East St. Louis, Illinois Journal, and he came here he joined the faculty like a professor, and he was, of course, was a seasoned operator of a major newspaper. So he right away became very instrumental in the operation of the Missourian, and he took notice of me. I was, being from Belleville. Belleville's next to East St. Louis. I think he took a little interest in me because of that, and but at the same time, he kind of demanded I try to do things right, and he had a great influence on me. So I was lucky. I was lucky to get to go here. It was a great place. It was a wonderful place, and I think all of you guys are lucky too to be here. I really think that.